What else is there to say? I feel like I'm explaining myself every week like this. I really do. This was supposed to be a tough game, guys. We were within 6 points. But obviously the Eagles produced way too late in this game. If you call it producing. Offensively, Jalen Hurts looked like hot garbage. Inaccurate. Rolls to his right all the time. Play calling was horrible. It was probably the worst of the season so far. And we've had some bad games, but I think play calling wise, this was just ugly. Your best receiver was Quez Watkins today. Caught a ball that was, obviously tipped. Had some amazing catches today. The one that he jumped pretty early on the left side, I think he jumped, it was underthrown as usual, and he just jumped at the wrong time. I think he could have had that catch. I don't know. It was just bad. Miles Sanders, 11 carries today, something like that, and that wasn't even enough because at the end of the fourth quarter, they started running a fast-paced offense, and they actually balanced the pass and the run, and Miles Sanders was getting first downs. I feel so bad for Miles Sanders. I see that he was struggling within this game on the sideline. I saw him talking to Gainwell, and he was just really impatient. He was just really, really impatient, and he felt I could tell there's frustration. Miles Sanders had 1 yard. He had 1 carry for a yard. He had 1 carry in the first half. 1 carry. That's it. Gainwell had a reception for a yard. You don't even use Miles Sanders. You put Kenneth Gainwell in there, and he's got 1 reception for 1 yard. That's it. Jalen Hurts had what? What was he? If I can read here, 12 for 26, 115 yards. If that's right. Didn't seem like he threw a lot. I thought he would have at least thrown. Not even Tampa Bay had 3 corners out. Levante David was out. Both their starting cornerbacks were out. Richard Sherman ended up getting hurt in this game. They were down 3 corners. And you couldn't do anything. This RPO system is the downfall of this team. It's the downfall. No under center, no shotgun. Nothing. RPO. That's all the guys running is RPO. I can't stand it. I'm so down right now. Like this team, it just disgusts me. It really does. I can't even believe this is an actual football team that plays in the NFL. Really, I do. Play calling was atrocious. Okay, and the receivers didn't really help out as much as I thought Rager was open on a few passes. There was one where he went down the right sideline. Hurts put it in the right position, but Jalen Rager slowed down on the sideline, then he started running again. He slowed down. I don't know why, as a receiver, you're just not running the whole time. Why'd you stop? Why didn't you keep running? Probably would have been a touchdown or close to being in the end zone, at least. Jalen Hurts missed Zach Ertz wide open to the right side for a first down. And the screen passes were just so ugly, and they kept doing it nonstop. So then Tampa Bay just kept doing it to us when we were on defense. They just kept doing it to us. They made the screen passes look creative. Us, it's like RPO screen pass. That's all we did. We faked a halfback toss to Rager, go to the other side, pump fake. You act like these little things that Jalen Hurts is doing is actually working, faking out the defense. And you're still doing play action pass when we don't run the football. Still doing play action pass. The offensive line held up for a good amount of time during this game, but then later on, the blocking was bad. Hurts had to run for his life at the end of the game. It is what it is. The offensive line, we have changes. Lane Johnson ain't back yet from whatever's going on. And you know what? It is what it is. Penalty-wise, the Eagles actually didn't have many penalties. I'm kind of surprised at that. The one that Jannard Avery I thought was BS for the taunting, because obviously I thought Fournette hit him with his helmet as he was coming up. So I thought that was a BS call. We're not robots. We're human beings that are competitive playing football. The NFL is just getting soft by the year. Okay, defensively, they're still lining up corners 15 yards off the ball, giving Brady so much room with Antonio Brown and Mike Evans and Godwin. You had 3 first-round talents at receiver for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and you're giving them all this space. You're moving Slay, you're moving Nelson back 15 yards on a 3rd and 2 on a 2nd and 3. It's ridiculous. Still, Jonathan Gannon's not making any type of changes during the game, as well as Nick Sirianni. Okay, that's the truth. Okay, the defensive line did absolutely nothing today. Not a pressure. They didn't put Brady on the ground once today. So obviously last week they looked good. This week they're back to square one of being horrible. So Hargrave didn't do much. Fletcher, everybody, there was nothing. There was nothing from nobody. I thought the only thing the defense did was they got a few stops, try to get the offense in good position to win games, and the offense just couldn't capitalize on anything the defense stopped. So defense did make some stops today, which I was surprised, but, offense couldn't capitalize on it, like I said before. Still using J.J. Arcega-Whiteside. I mean, it's just the linebackers are horrible. I mean, Singleton got stiff-armed by O.J. Howard I don't know how many times. I mean, Fournette was just demolishing us. I mean, he was literally running. He knocked Singleton down. Then he went into two guys. He looked like LeGarrette Blount back in 2017. No joke. I mean, he just crushed us. And then later on the run game, we were only getting like 3-4 yards. So we were kind of stopping them here and there. But, oh, my God, this was hard to watch. This was just so hard to watch. So the Eagles lose 22-28. And it's crazy to say, but it was a winnable game. I think we made a good amount of stops to where the offense could have been in a good position to win. The offense just couldn't get it going. When you're not running the football and you're passing it that many times, I don't know what you expect to do. I really don't. And that comes from the top. Okay, really. How a head coach gets away with not running the football, I don't know, because they'd be fired in 2 seconds on another team. That's why I have the insinuation that Howie Roseman is somewhat into this whole thing, and, that's the cancer we have to cut out of this team as quick as possible before Nick Sirianni goes, or before if Jalen Hurts even gets benched, or I don't know what's going to happen. Okay, changing quarterbacks isn't going to help this team. It's just the scheme is not going to work for these players. Whatever they're doing right now, there's no identity for offense. I don't know what they're doing. They look different. They look the same. I feel like they do good things some weeks and they do a lot of the bad things most weeks. So I still get confused every single time. Okay. It's unfortunate. I think that, a couple passes, and Rager, Rager didn't have a good day at all, just not doing much of anything, which is his own fault. But Jalen Hurts was garbage horrible today. The worst I've seen. It was pretty bad. It's his accuracy. Guys are wide open and he can't hit those targets. There was multiple targets open in this game. Did not see them. Cannot read the field. Devontae Smith was open multiple times. Rager was open on a few times. Didn't pass the ball. Just didn't see it. Jalen Hurts is just his looking over the whole field and reading the defense. He just can't do it. I don't know. This is the problem that he's having. I know people are going to say offensive line and this and that. It's not just it's blame the players, not Nick, and it's on both of them, guys. It's not, you can't just blame the player and not blame Nick, and you can't just blame Nick and not the players. It's both. And Nick Sirianni is not helping his quarterback. I don't know how many times I got to say this, but you don't balance the run game. You don't. At the end of the game, like at the fourth quarter, they unleashed Miles Sanders. Miles Sanders ran for a couple first downs, and oh my God, he was looking so great and fully energized. Literally, he might as well just took the year off, because that's what it looks like. He looks like he hasn't played football in a year, in a good way, because he looks so good when he's running with the football in his hands. So it's a mess, guys. It's a total mess. If this team loses 7 games, we're going to be in tank mode at this point. If this team gets to 7 losses, we're going in tank mode. I don't see them doing much of anything. I'm tired of using the word beatable. Like I said, if we could survive against Tampa, then hey, great. But it was a close game. Kansas City, close game. It was just, offense is. I don't think that there's never a medium, right, with both offense and defense. We always have one part of the offense or defense playing really bad and the other part playing great. And I can't stand that anymore. I really can't. You know what I mean? So it's a tough game, and the more you lose, the more you're just used to it happening. But it's depressing watching this team. This is Thursday Night Football. They should have flexed this game. Why did we even play on Thursday night? At this point, I don't even know. Hurts had a touchdown or two, one to Zach Ertz, obviously off a really big Quez Watkins catch that was tipped, and I don't know how he caught it. Quez was definitely the best receiver. Devontae Smith did okay today. I think Devontae Smith, I think the timing was on the 1-2 when he kind of went up and kind of ran an out route to the sideline, and Jalen Hurts kind of put the ball in there, but I think the timing was off. I don't think that was Devontae Smith's fault. I think that was Hurts just getting the ball in there. So there's a lot of blame to go around, guys. It's a total disaster. I don't know how Nick gets away with this. I really don't. It's bloody murder at this point. And it disgusts me so much that you just have nothing else in the back pocket of your playbook. Like, this is it. It's screen pass. Even when we had, it was 3rd and 3, whatever it was, 3rd and 3, something like that. And all you do is pass to Rager when he's draped on. This team is down 3 corners, and you can't even get any of these guys the ball, or these guys are on routes where they can't even get open. I mean, it's on everybody. I mean, it was just ugly. It was just total ugly. I don't think they're using, I think they should use Devontae Smith a lot more. Why isn't Greg Ward playing? J.J. Arcega-Whiteside is still getting snaps with no receptions, as usual. Same story every time. It's just aggravating. It makes me so mad that they can't even run the ball. At least I don't even care at this point. If he wants to run RPOs, then fine. But at least run the football. At least just try. Knowing Jalen Hurts' flaws that we all know, at least run the football. I'm telling you, it could make the game. We can get points on the board. You got to keep the defense on their toes. You got to keep them on their heels, because you're not keeping them on their heels by passing it that many times. You're not. 1 carry in the first half. He had 1 carry for it wasn't even a yard, probably a yard. I think it was a carry for a yard. And it's so funny because Gainwell comes in with Miles Sanders, and they run these confusing plays. Jalen Hurts is holding the ball so long in Miles Sanders' stomach on the RPO. It makes it look so stupid. And stop with the RPO, because teams don't have to look. You're not doing anything misdirection. You're barely putting guys in motion. There's no diverse play calling. Like defenses are just looking at the RPO. That's all they're doing. That's all they're doing. There's nothing else. There's no under center. There's no shot. I mean, there's nothing else. Defenses don't have to, this is an easy week for defenses to plan against this Eagles offense, because really, what do you have to defend? What do you have to defend here? So it's just, I don't know. I do know. They suck. Period. And this head coach isn't helping. At least if the head coach balanced the offense out, it could make a difference and we win or lose games, guys. Even if Jalen Hurts does make mistakes, at least it takes pressure off him. At least the defense we face is going to be like, okay, we don't know what's going on. They know what's coming with this Eagles offense. They know what plays are coming towards them. They predicted every screen pass. I mean, it was so ugly. It was so ugly. Jalen Hurts rolls out and throws a 2-millimeter pass to Zach Ertz that looked like, why are you throwing a pass? You might as well just run. What's the point of even throwing that? It's right there. You know what I mean? I don't know. Defensively, it was just a mess. No changes. No, on both sides. There was no changes throughout the game. Nothing. It looked like the only change I seen was when the Eagles came back with 6 points left, end of the game, and Miles Sanders, they were literally working the RPOs with, obviously running with Miles Sanders as well. So there was a nice balance, and it was fast-paced. They were in no huddle. So it looked really good. But this, guys, we got trampled on. I mean, this is bad. I mean, this is the most embarrassing. I don't want to see on their Twitter page, oh, well, we fought to the end. We fought to the end. No, we didn't fight to the end. Okay, we didn't fight. Period. Even if we won this game, we didn't fight to the end. Okay, this is Nick Sirianni should be embarrassed, and Miles Sanders doesn't deserve to be here. And I wish him well. I really do. It's not fair. It's not fair. It's not fair that Howie Roseman has handcuffed this coaching staff. I'm tired of it. Cut the cancer out. It's Howie Roseman, and cut the cancer out. Before we could put blame on Jalen Hurts, put blame on Nick Sirianni. Roseman picked Jalen Hurts as a quarterback. Roseman drafted Jalen Hurts. Roseman signed Nick Sirianni as the head coach, okay? There's blame, okay? But top of that, I don't get it. From two coaches, and Shane Steichen, the offensive coordinator, and Nick Sirianni, the head coach, two guys that came from run-heavy offenses from the Colts and the LA Chargers, and they barely run the ball. Something is wrong. Something is really wrong. Something is fishy around this front office, this organization. I don't know who's running what, but whatever it is, it has to get cut out and it has to stop, because this is going to get worse and worse every single year. And we cannot allow Howie Roseman to get his hands on these picks next year in this cap space. Before we blame Nick, before we blame Jalen Hurts, whatever it is, it's on both of them. But the man upstairs, the cancer upstairs, has to get cut out. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of it. This is embarrassing. This is horrible. This is what happens when you don't draft well for years. You don't draft well, and you're over the cap every single year. This is what it comes to, and it hit the Eagles. Big reality check. That's all I got to say. Other than that, guys, that's pretty much it. Let me know in the comment section below what you thought about this game. I'm just venting. It's a long video, so please, it's been a long day, long night. So I will see you guys later. Hope you guys have a fantastic day, or try to. Please don't let it ruin your day. They're not worth it at the end, because they're not going to change for us, and we're not going to change for them. So that's what I got to say. Other than that, guys, I'll see you guys later. Chicks go up, follow, slide. Peace out, guys. Peace.